Hello, welcome to my next Champions video. Today, gonna be playing some ranked. Again, similar vibe to the previous video. I don't want to be sort of doing any deck building or anything like that today. I'm just going to crack on with ranked. Hopefully, play against a lot more newer cards now. As you can see, Season 10 is underway. I'm sitting in Silver 2 Division 2. When I finished my last video, I was sitting in second in the UK ranks, but I'd imagine that's changed quite a bit now. So let's have a look. Yeah, so we've got a few there. Hamsack sitting in gold, and then there's a few people ahead of me now. So a lot more people have started to kind of dive in to ranked. But what we'll do, we'll use the same deck as before. Hopefully we can play against some new, a lot more new cards than last time. And we'll take it from there. But straight in, lovely, that's a good start. So I'm going to play 5 games, just like in the ranked series. Tangy Staff, crossed swords with this chap a few times. Let's see if he's got any new stuff. So this tends to be my normal setup with this particular deck, but I'll stick the 2 guys in the middle and then have my 2 demons on either side. Yes, new stuff, right. Let's have a read. If both highlighted champions are either Mordant. Okay, so I think I played against this one on the last video. So this guy's going to draw 2 cards at the start of his turn. But Mordant decks can cause a lot of damage. But they also have the option to be able to heal as well. And can be quite problematic for myself. Okay, so you'll see these guys, if they're damaged, if they have 5 or less health, they'll be able to deal a damage. So that's 2 damage that he can potentially do. But I think he also gets to heal himself with that guy. So he has a lot of range there. Let's see. Let's see if old Skarbrand can cause a nuisance. I'm going to double up. I wouldn't normally play 2 cards, but I want to potentially get rid of this part of the quest as well. That 3rd ability on Skarbrand, which I can use with this. So let's see, he's got 7 cards, so I'd imagine he's going to play something. There we go. Okay. So this thing, again, it's going to heal him, and then the turn after he's going to draw 2 cards again, so he's going to have a very... Ooh. Okay, there goes my plan. Interesting, why is he doing that? Ah, Death Act, okay. Okay, so Death Act is a new mechanic which you might see get to work here. I've not played against any Death Act stuff yet, so I'm quite... So I'm still not 100% sure how that works. So hopefully he'll be able to show us this turn. Okay, so it works in the same way as an ability, but I presume it has to be in your discard hand to be able to do it. And then does it purge? And then it purges. Okay. Oh, that's quite good then. Very good for death. And use shuffle 2 cards into my deck. So yeah, that card that he used, it's a new one. So that's not the new card. The Death Act in there, I want to get rid of that. Oh no, I don't want to get rid of that. So the Death Act, he could trigger while that card was in the discard pile. I should probably not do that while the opponent's playing cards. So another new card. I've never seen that one. So this can be played by a Vampire Champion. Gain 3 health. Your opponent shuffles 1 card from their hand into their deck. So as well as all the damage that this is doing, it's messing with my hand on a continuous basis as well. Kind of like the opposite to milling. It's just putting stuff back into my hand, but it's slowing me right down, which is quite frustrating. Okay, let's get rid of that one. Now I'm imagining he's going to be able to quest next turn. Okay. No? Okay. Well, no, he might be. He might be gearing up a multiple quest. Let's see what we can get out of this. Okay, so I've got my 2 favourite cards that I need for Skarbrand, but obviously at the minute I'm up against the ropes a little bit here. This deck that Tangistar is using, so a lot of really good control, slowing me down. I'm not being able to take any type of control in the game. Death Act shuffles 2 cards. These cards really strong. That Death Act is really strong. What do I want to do? Do I want... No, I want to draw. I can't really see any way out of this. Turmoil Soils. Again, should I shuffle cards into my deck? He is ruining my day. It's really good control. So what's he gonna bring in? I'd imagine he'll bring this in to So they can quest it. Yeah. Okay, corners 1 3 vampire. Oh, this is new. New blessing that I've not seen. Let's have a look. When a highlighted vampire or Mordant unit leaves play, rotate this 1 step forward. Okay, so... Oh. Okay, so that's leaving play. I think it's safe to say that this is well and truly out of reach. Okay, what? So he's triggered the death act on that guy. Deploy a different unit from your discard pile onto a highlighted champion. Okay. I think I am done. I don't think it really matters which unit, he just wants to get these guys out. I am done next turn. As this guy will come off the board, and this will cause 12 points damage. Nice. So look, it's just even when they just leave play. So even if I removed these, I'd be getting dealt 12 damage. So I think it's game over. That's a really nice deck. I really like that. Really like the control that deck gives. It's got a bit of everything. There's a lot of damage output there. Control on shifting stuff back into my hand. Like that. Can I give that a wee look later? So game number 2. But let's see how much time we get here. Let's have a look at that Tangy Stars deck. So I don't have all the cards in there, so that means there must be quite a lot of new ones. So if I wanted to craft the missing cards, I'd have to spend 3,050. But let's have a look. So how many cards would I be missing there? Forgotten Arts. Rotate this chapter. So this is proving to be quite an essential card from what I'm seeing in any kind of new wizard deck. Traditionally, wizards have been very hard to quest. This just kind of speeds that process along, and also with a draw in there as well. That's quite a strong card. Surprised he's just got the 1. I guess he only needs the 1 if he's got just the 1. Twilight's Allure, we saw him play. Snapping Ghoul, we saw him play. That was really strong for a 1 card. Shuffling 2 cards back into my hand. I'd say that won it for him. That was a really, really good strong card. It just ruined my day. Death Unbaited. We didn't see him play this. Ooh. Draw cards. Your opponent can only take 1 action per turn. Wow. That seems really strong as well. Right. I need to look at there. Right. A new name on the radar. Let's see what you got, Mike. So I'm fully expecting not to win any of these 5 games. Now ranked has started, it's going to be people playing a lot more newer cards. But my nemesis. The trees. Has he got 2 of them? If he's got 2 of them. This could be trouble. I don't think I'll have 2 of them. If this is a really good card though. Oh. I've never seen anyone play 2 of these before. Interesting. See how this goes. Okay, get the bread and butter in there. And I want to stop him dropping anyone in there. Though this did backfire on me a little bit in the last game. I don't usually drop 2 units in on the first turn. Okay, so reduce damage. Is it just in front? Just in front, okay. But if he does discard a card, he heals with that particular one. Which, if you watched my ranked videos previously, that can quickly kind of build your health back up with the right card synergy. I'm going to draw, I think. 10 points is quite far ahead. It should be enough. Okay, so definitely going to drop one of my Demonic Furies next turn. Interesting that he keeps getting rid of that. So Living Woods is quite a big spell to get rid of. Okay. So I've got no way of getting rid of this. The synergy train. Okay, let's use one of these. What do we think? Level up. Just level up. Sort out the blessing. No. Let's see what we got. That's a nice little combo. It's feeding the machine with the cards. No new cards yet though. So are the new cards? Are people still sort of playing around with the new cards? Are they still not 100% confident on what they've got? Okay, so that's just doing 1 damage. Let's drop this in. Now he has a lot of spells, so it might be worth gambling next turn to try and get my Spellbreaker Curse. Maybe I should have done that last turn to stop Metamorphosis, but we'll see what he drops in. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's a very strange place to drop that card. So I have a 50, if I do this right, I have a 50-50 chance to get rid of all three of these, which I'm going to do now, because I don't want that. I just don't want that tearing through me. So Nurgles are up. Oh, 1 in 3. 1 in 3 chance now. Go on. Ah. Oh. Okay. But he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to drop me to 15 points, because that will be 6, 8. No way has he done this now. Watch this. Deploy up to 2 units from your hand. And then discard my hand. Oh, wow. That is nuts. That is crazy. Wow. Wow. That seems very insanely overpowered, that card. What was that? Frenzied? Wow, that seems insanely broken. I didn't copy that guy's deck, but... So that is an order, right? Let's get back in the queue. So, absolute hiding there, just down to that one card. Is that how they want that card to work? That you just build up your deck? You just build up your hand to just be able to play one card? I'm not so sure about that. Like it's a gamble on your own part to just keep building your hand up. But I guess when you're healing as much as that. Let's have a look. So that's an order card, which is these guys, and an ability. And it's set 4. I don't have it. Frenzied Fervor. Like, I mean, that's worth just getting. As I do have a tree deck. But that can't be how they wanted that to work, surely. Surely not. Here we go again. Okay, so hopefully I can... Now I know what his end game is just build your hand and drop it, but I don't have enough removal to deal with this. Okay, so I just need to smash through as much damage as I can. Maybe just concentrate on questing through one person at a time. But I did think he put that that spell in the wrong place to start off with, because there wasn't anything that he could possibly discard. But then I found out he was discarding his whole hand. That's crazy. Like 30 odd damage. Interesting. It's got the old cogs whirling. I do have a tree deck of my own. Just wondering whether to slide it there. Okay, so I've just got units, which is at the minute is going to be difficult for me to quick quest people. But well, let's try with Skarbrand. Let's hope for an ability draw. I don't think I've played Mike before. Unless he's changed his name recently. If you do end up watching Mike, well played. Okay, so he's going to be fishing for that card. I know what you're up to now, Mike. Oh wow, okay, so he's got that back. Draws a card. Fishing for that ability. Okay, let's drop this guy in. Oh, unit heavy. Jaw's not been kind. Okay, so I get it now. That's why he has two of these, because when you deploy a spell, you can discard a card to draw a card, which can help on the healing, and it can help rattle through his deck to be able to find that end game card of his and fill his hand. How have I not? Right, okay, so you can cause damage through there. So you may have noticed that little black smoke there. So if you're not familiar with the game, so rend damage means I got to bypass that corner one ability in there. It isn't entirely going to plan here. It's going to be keeping that health of his up. Come on. Oh, it's draw. It's awful. This could be game over again very quickly. Interesting. Okay. The minute he puts down that spell, I'm in trouble. Okay, so he's potentially looking at doing 30 damage to me here. I want him to put it down though. I want him to... This is troublesome. I mean, I'm not totally sure why it's... Oh, okay. Just for questing. Okay. So what do I want to do? I mean, if he hasn't got it here, I'm going to look like an idiot. I mean, he must have it. If his end game is to build up his hand just to be able to drop all of that damage through, it must be around the stage where he has 10 cards, and he must have more than one of them in his hand, surely. Surely. He doesn't have it. I don't think he's got it. He's not got it. Okay. What do I want to do? I want to draw. Because again, I have a 50-50 chance of wrecking his plan. So I think now he'll put it down. No, he's still not got it. He's still not got it. He must only have one of them. Or he's toying with me. Oh, okay. So I can slow this down. I might even be able to win next turn now. This is 10. Now I know what he's got. Now I know what he's got. I'm just very surprised. And unless he hasn't got that, didn't get them in his packs and hasn't been able to craft them, I'm very surprised he doesn't have more than one of that ability in his card and more than one of the spell. He's still not got it. He has still not got it. Which is now pretty dangerous because, well, he doesn't know that I've got Spellbreaker Curse. He doesn't know I've got Spellbreaker Curse, and he doesn't know. Well, I guess he can't put it down. Okay, so I need to... Sorry, I've just figured out he can't put it down at the minute because he has got all of these blocked. Right. Okay, let's try and... Let's be sensible here. Let's try and do some big damage. Okay, so 4, 8, 14, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14, 5. There we go. Whoa. Okay, so swung back with a win. Got lucky with my blessings a bit there. He was relying awfully heavily on that money shot that he has. But no, it's an interesting little addition to an already strong sort of deck, the Sylvaneth deck. That deck is a nuisance. So I'm very intrigued to see if that is one of the cards that ends up getting tweaked. Because that does seem very strong to me. I would imagine discarding your hand may become sort of one action to trigger off, as opposed to causing 3 damage each time. Because when you do combine it, so when you do combine that card, I'll get back to that. So, card 4, game 4. Oh, is this my second? Third, sorry. No, game 4. I've seen that bunch before. Okay, so you're pretty certain this guy's quite high up. Here we go, hang on. So is that the new hot mess at the minute then? What you got? Well, we got a nice little mixture here. Now, I don't know what to call this. Call this player, but I'm pretty certain he did pretty well last season. Definitely, I'm pretty certain he was top 10 in the world rank. But let's see what he's got here. Will he have some tasty new cards for us to look at and to see in action? At the start, return the enemy to opponent if all height. That's interesting because you're probably not going to put any alpha units on this chap at the end because it doesn't quest him. But his quest line here is very quick. Again, I've just got a ton of units in my drawer. Show me what you got. Okay, I can live with that. So I'm going to remove this guy to remove this and hopefully slow down his questing plans. It's all units again. Okay, so yeah, that would have been, well, he's flipping that blast. I thought you would have kept that. He must have another ability. Again, I've just had nothing but... Ooh. So we got a new one. It's flipped a blessing. Is that new? Is that new or have I just not seen it before? That's pretty strong. Tides of Death. I think there's a draw cards, deploy up to... Oh, okay. So he can fill his board with elf units next turn, possibly. Although this guy's going to disappear. Kind of need to start drawing some abilities. It'll be like, oh yeah, there we go. It's a nice one to draw. I'm probably going to double draw next turn. I'm going to be hopefully doing 8 damage unless he removes something. But this could still go either way. Because he has that healing capability. And he's got this thing, like what? It's so annoying. Okay, let's double draw. What is this doing next turn? Highlight, rotate highlight units backwards. Interesting. What do I want to do here? Oh, that's silly. Don't be silly. Oh, I'm really hoping you do 6 damage to the next turn, I think. This turn, sorry. Because then I think it's over. I'm surprised he didn't drop him in there. Oh, of course. 1, 2. Oh, I need to do 2 more damage to me. I think he knows. I mean, you want to move. He's going to move this guy, right? No. What's he done that for? That was a bad move. So I'm doing. I need this to be good. Need this blessing to be good. So I will be doing 3. That's it. I think he's just lost. Yeah, I think he might have realised it as well. So this turn I am doing 7 with this guy. Due to Nurgles are up. 10. 18. Because I'm going to drop this on him. 2 damage to myself. Yeah, GG. Wow. So 2 for 2, I think. I think people are still kind of playing with the new stuff in casual, as opposed to sort of playing in ranked at the minute. I hope Skarbrand still isn't really strong once the dust kind of settles with the new expansions. But let's get back to what I was talking about with that order shenanigans. So this order ability, no, it was a spell, sorry. Where is it? So Primal Terror. Did they really want this to interact with that card in that manner? I guess this is part of the rhyme and reason as to why they're releasing this particular expansion on digital, so that they can see how certain cards interact with other ones in gameplay. I can see that combination getting sort of stamped out pretty quickly. Or maybe not, because you do have to play a certain way. You do have to sit back and... I don't know. It can be quite boring though, I guess. I don't know. It's interesting as to whether or not that will get nerfed. Very interesting. But it is the first eyebrow raiser, let's say, from the new selection of cards available that I've seen. I mean, Skarbrand isn't tearing through people like it used to. Possibly caught a little bit unawares on that second loss I got, but I will be looking at the Chaos cards in my next video, just to see what I can replace Skarbrand with and see if I can change my play style a bit. Oh, we're going to have timing. Lovely. Oh, never played this guy. Oh, I don't think I have anyway. That card back. Does that mean he's playing Immortal Chaos? No. So this is going to be very high removal. So this guy's not appeared on any of my videos yet. Oh, Horticus. Okay, so again, a fairly standard expansion 3 style deck. New stuff. Let's see, what are you? Heroic, trigger the current effect of a highlight unit is controlled by this champ. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so need to be careful who I put here. To be honest, I can probably get away with just putting one unit there. Which is what I think I'm going to do. Blitz through this. Hopefully make him use this to slow him down a bit. Now this is from one of the Warband packs. It's a very good card. Actually, I do quite enjoy that card. And the nonsense from Horticus. At the end of your first turn, you may deploy a Daemon unit from your hand or deck onto this champion. So before, so when this card was originally released in print, this was different. So it used to say at the start of your first turn, you may deploy a Demon unit from your hand or deck onto this champion. So that was clearly quite broken. So they nerfed it. However, they had printed a ton of cards with that writing on, so you can kind of understand why they've not released expansion 4 yet. Right, what am I doing here? Let's drop this person in. Or drop them in here. So because potentially I can remove that card to give myself 2 health, which I'll do next turn. Okay, so this card, he's revealed an ability, so he gets to draw 2 cards, which will be that card for sure, and another one. This is going to be close. Oh, I thought he would have removed that one. I thought he would have removed the discs himself just to spite me. Interesting. Okay, so It's got a mixture of all sorts in here. It's a nice little deck. Can't really read it. Okay. Let's heal myself and deal some damage. Let's level the playing field a little bit. Okay, so he's revealed a unit, so he's going to deal 3 damage to me. Okay, so this damage cannot exceed the highlighted unit's current corner value. Well, in that case, I'm going to drop this guy in here. You're only doing 1 damage to me next turn, buddy. Draw a card. This is a close one. I don't really know. His healing might edge it for him. Again, not really any new cards. This one hasn't really done anything. I've put a champion opposite him that won't do much in terms of. Ooh, that's a good card. Again, that's from the old. It's from the old expansion. So search your deck for up to 2 spells and deploy them, and you can put them on anyone as well. I think. Yeah, interesting. Oh, okay. So he's replaced. Why has he done that? So he could do 6. Okay, so that's 3. 6. Is that 1 to me? No, it's 1 to him. Unless I get really lucky here. Gonna have to do it, I think. I think he's got. Oh, I think he's got me. 3. Probably 6. I'd imagine he knows he's stacked this with a. He's probably got me here. Oh. Interesting. There is a very slim chance I can win. But it all depends on what this is. I'm going to feel really dirty if this pulls off, but I can potentially do 11 damage here. Oh, I've won. Wow. So if you play a card that deals damage to yourself and deals damage to your opponent in the same window, if you put yourself down to 0 and then if you put the opponent down to 0, you win. It's again a terrible advantage that Skarbrand has, and that was quite a big finish. Felt a bit dirty for that, but 3 wins on the bounce to finish off there. Again, not many new cards apart from those. Apart from that crazy discarding one, not many new cards really. So are people still playing around with the new cards in casual? Are people just not enjoying them? I'm not sure. It just seems very strange that there's not many about. I was hoping to be playing against a ton of new stuff, but unfortunately, it's not quite happened yet. Skarbrand still a bit of a menace, it would seem. Well, you deal out the amount of damage that you can sort of mid-game to be able to rescue you. So what did I deal there? I got rid of 2 spells, 2, 4, 8. And then 8 from the Fury, 16. Well, yeah, I dealt 24 damage in that turn. So I guess Skarbrand's still going to be a menace in this expansion. It's going to annoy a lot of people, I think. Does seem weird that even with this expansion that Skarbrand does feel very strong. It might just be that I think I've mentioned it a couple of times. People are still putting their feelers out with the new stuff, trying to see what works for them, trying to see what doesn't. Maybe when I get out of silver and sort of into the gold leagues, there's going to be a ton of exciting new toys that people are playing with that will absolutely wreck my boy Skarbrand. I hope so, because Skarbrand was very prominent. You could go a whole day and play nothing but Skarbrand decks. So I don't know. We'll tune in next time, I guess, to see what happens. I'll bust out another 5 sort of later on in the week, maybe. I might try another deck. Maybe toy around with some of the newer Chaos cards just to try and slide them into my Skarbrand deck. Maybe replace Skarbrand with another champ. Let's have a look. What did I get in my packs? Who can I swap him with? So it's all Slaneshi. Oh, that seems quite annoying. After a highlighted champion has deployed a unit, so the champion opposite, so the opponent opposite this one, so it will be the alleyway opposite this one. The opponent chooses to take either 2 damage from me or to remove their champion, and that's not unique either. That's all about board control there. And Infernal and Rapturous. When a highlighted spell is removed, deal 3 damage to your opponent. Ooh. Now that would work very well with Spellbreaker. That game, that blessing that just won me that game. Keeper of Secrets. 10 points. When a highlighted unit on their last corner deals damage to you, deal 1 damage to your opponent. Okay, so it's a bit of a you punch me, I punch you card. 10 points seems a lot though. Am I missing something there? 10 points, Sinistrous Keeper of Secrets. Why is that 10? When a highlighted unit... Oh, I guess that's a persistent effect. 10 seems a lot though. Sun Ashy Lord on Demonic Steed. While all high champions are engaged, increase damage from this champion's units by 1. That is nice. Could probably pair up quite nicely. But my boy Skarbrand is going to be prominent. But I'm off to Barcelona next week, so I may not get another video out. I will do a video where I have a look at all of the fancy cards that I got. I'll break it down by faction as well. And just for you, Adam, I'll make sure my picture's in there as well, just so you get to see my beard. But no, thanks for watching. Do subscribe to the channel. The channel will hopefully grow a lot more after my holiday, as I'm hoping to kind of put a bit more effort into it and kind of put a few more videos out there. Less Skarbrand videos, you'll be pleased to hear. But do subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. Do you think that the little order combo we saw with the trees there, do you think that's going to be get nerfed? Is there anything that you've seen or played against that's quite nasty that you think should probably get nerfed? How have you been finding ranked in particular since the new expansion? Are many people playing the new cards? Are they still sticking to what they know? Have you even been in ranked yet? Are you still toying around in casual to find that brand new thing? But yeah, do let me know. And yeah, thanks for dropping by. Cheers.